Hello viewers, welcome to Hippie in a Race Car. 8 seconds to the next race. I did not have time to qualify, so I'm going to be starting from the back. And probably the very back, because I'm probably the last entered as well. I'm going to guess you'll find me... Oh my god, it left... What? Wasn't expecting that. I guess it used my best time from a previous race. That's kind of dumb. I mean, whatever, I'll start second, I don't mind, but I was not expecting that. Okay. Alright, here we go. First race of the night. Starting second behind Berkey, also in the Ferrari Italia. Excellent car. Spent a bunch of time today putting a really nice livery together on mine, so it's not just plain old black anymore. Turns out, Berkey was pretty darn good at this. And a lot more comfortable through Eau Rouge, apparently, because he gained time pretty much this whole section. And, of course, all the way up to Kemmel Straight. So, I'll just skip to the end because it didn't change. Nothing changed. Started second, finished second, stayed behind Berkey the entire time, and came home with a nice P2. I'm okay with that. There we go. Clean race. Nice. Nothing like a clean race bonus. Second place. Nothing wrong with that. Stayed on the track and didn't hit anybody. Bonus. So I decided to jump into qualifying, see if I could do a little bit better and maybe get myself on pole. And got through Eau Rouge, got through La Source fine, got through Eau Rouge fine, all the way up to Kemmel Straight, not a problem, Lake Combe, not a problem. And unfortunately this is where things started to, well, didn't start, they completely unraveled. A little sideways, a little more sideways, and then... yeah. Alright, let's try that one more time. This is my actual qualifying lap. I'll take you through this. Up to La Source. I was a little bit early on the brakes. As you can see, I had to kind of wait to turn. And then got slightly bent out of shape as I came out of it, but not too bad. It only cost me maybe half a tenth. Ripping down the hill toward Eau Rouge, where I always lift. I'm going to do some experimenting in this car and see if I can perhaps get through it without having to lift, because that would make an enormous difference. I lift a bit just to make sure I got the rotation, because at the blind crash, if you go wide, you got a half-second penalty waiting for you. All the way up to Kemmel Straight. Kind of boring, long, straight, pull out a book, read a chapter. Hit the brakes at the curb or just before the curb. Probably braked a bit early again on that. I'm being a bit cautious because it's only my second race of the day. Much better through there. This corner is one of those you just have to be patient and then get on the gas at the right time. Try not to hit that curb. Do hit this one so that you don't go too wide here. Still went a bit wide, but kept my foot in it. Not too bad. Coming up to Pouan. And I figured out if I brake right at 50 and then sort of not toss it in, but you know, turn in fairly swiftly, it works out well. Through the high-speed chicane, definitely got way more curb than I was planning to do. Got a little bit ugly. Still maintaining not bad speed. Braking at the curb. And I always lift a little bit here just to be safe, because I've been on that gravel a few times and it sucks. It will absolutely destroy your lap, and it will absolutely destroy your race, unless you happen to be like 7 seconds ahead. Good run through there. Coming up to the bus stop. Braking at a 130. So turned in, bit of a bounce. Back on the gas. and over the line for a 232.9. Definitely my best. Which in fact put me on pole, right ahead of my fellow Canadian, or one of my fellow Canadians. There's another one down there in 12th, Plum Crazy. So here we go, starting on pole. The run up to La Sauce. Pretty uneventful at the beginning of the race because it's a rolling start. We're all going the same speed. Turned in a bit early, but not too bad. A little wide. Didn't get my angle right coming into it, so didn't get my angle right coming out of it. But again, not too bad. I'm still ahead. Didn't screw up. I'm happy. Down the hill to Eau Rouge. I always lift right there just to make sure I get the good rotation. Don't get all bent out of shape at the bottom of the hill. Up the Kemmel Straight to Lake Combe. Maintaining about the right distance behind me. I'm not freaking out yet. Braking just before the curb, which was a bit early. You can brake right pretty much as the curb starts. That got me a bit bent out of shape there, but if you do this just right, you can get a beautiful angle, get on the throttle nice and early down this hill. Into Bruxelles. Brussels? I don't know exactly how it's pronounced. Sorry to any French people. On the throttle down to no name. Got it really out of shape on this one. Which, unfortunately, cost me some time, but still ahead. So far, so good. Into Pouan. Braking at the 50 board. Turning in on the throttle. And then just keep the wheel turned so you don't go wide here. Down like bang, and I brake usually about 10 feet or so before the curb starts. It's kind of where the shadow is, but it's never a good idea to use a shadow. Through campus, second gear for safety and stability. And again, a little bit of a lift coming through Stablo. And then the long back straight. It's curved, but it's flat out. So far, so good. Managed to not screw up in the first lap. Coming through Blanchimont, I do lift through there because you have to in this car. It's not flat out. Braking into the bus stop at 130. Down in the first gear for rotation, and frankly, it's not that fast, so you kind of have to get through the chicane, get back on the gas, second gear, and lap one complete. So far, so good. The second lap, unfortunately, is where things started to unravel a little bit. First half wasn't bad. This section's not too bad. Down the hill to Eau Rouge, still ahead, doing all right. The guy behind me is maintaining a very close distance. So I'm trying to be as careful as I can not to mess this up. Unfortunately, didn't work out. Got myself a half-second penalty. So it is what it is. I'm hoping I can get at least far enough ahead that maybe I can not lose too much time. Coming through here, not too bad. Fairly good run through that. And through Brazil. And then into No Name. And this is where things just went absolutely oopsed. Yeah. Track limits? Yeah, I've heard of those. I got myself another half-second penalty. So now I'm thinking, okay, I'm obviously going to get past because he's not a second behind me. And even if he were, he'd probably still get by me. It's what it is. We're far enough ahead of the rest of the pack that I think I can still get away with second place. But hey, I'm trying, pushing, get myself as far up as I can. Down in second. Campus. It's a little bit cautious through there. Through Stablo. Bit of a lift. And then big lift. And then back on the gas. And this is where I go, yeah, see ya. off he goes. All right. Let's see if I can at least keep up with it. Let's see if I can maintain second place, because I'm far enough ahead of third, and I'm not too worried. I hit the curb on the inside of that, and I think maybe you can get away with it in these cars, so I might actually experiment with that as well. Coming through the bus stop. Slowly. I did not do well through there. I think I was feeling a little bit timid at this point because I had managed to get myself a couple of tickets. So up the hill to the source. All right, well, let's see what we can do here. Keep second at least. I overcooked it just a bit, but I got good rotation and back on the throttle. So down the hill to Eau Rouge. I'm still doing okay. I'm a fair bit behind. And I know he's quick through Eau Rouge, so this is not going to be where I make up any time on him. And with one lap to go and this much behind him, I'm not really thinking I've got much of a chance. Up the Kemmel Straight. Braking at the curb is where I was starting to push things just a little bit. I thought, I'll brake a little bit later and get on the gas a little bit earlier. And you can see I'm starting to make some time up on him. I'm not exactly sure what happened with him, but I'm starting to get a little bit closer. Down through Brazil. This is usually a good section for me now. It used to be horrible. On the throttle nice and early, and I'm starting to gate on him now. So, okay, well, at least I can keep up with him. Brake at the 50, chuck it in, fourth gear, back on the throttle. I can go through there faster. It's just I like to be a little bit cautious. Make sure you don't get on over that curb and end up with another ticket. Braking just before that curb at the 50 marker. Through my Fang. On the throttle, and you can see I'm catching him at this point. I'm thinking, okay, maybe there's a chance. Through campus, down the hill to Stavolo, tiny lift, and then I just stuck it. I thought, okay, let's see if I can catch this guy. And I'm catching him. Closer. I'm getting closer. I'm thinking, oh my God, maybe I actually have a chance for, maybe I could do a lunge into the bus stop, but I don't know what he's going to do here, so I let off a little bit and kind of lost my momentum. Braking into the bus stop, 130, again, nice and close. Coming through the bus stop, it goes wide, I cut on the inside, take the position, and the race. Whew, nothing like winning in the last corner. One mistake. Managed to catch up with him in the final bit on the last long straight out section, and then that last corner. Holy smokes, what a great race. Pole position, fastest lap. I didn't get a clean race, but that's okay. There we go. Well, folks, thank you very much for joining me. If you did, hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. And have yourselves an absolutely wonderful day. Peace.